Hello guys, my name is Miss J and today we are going to talk about the comparison. The comparative in English has 3 degrees: comparative of equality, comparative of inferiority, and comparative of superiority. Comparative of equality. When you compare two things but they are exactly the same. In this case, we use as to compare. For example, São Paulo is as beautiful as Minas Gerais. My house is as big as yours. That car is as expensive as that one. So every time you have the same quality for two things, we use as. So for the affirmative, we use as. When we talk in the negative, we can say as or so as. For example, my house isn't so big as yours. This car isn't so expensive as that car. So, for the negative, you can use as or so as. In the affirmative, you can use only as, okay? Now let's talk about comparative of inferiority. To say that something is not the same as the other, but in a negative way, we use the particle less. For example, and we use a long adjective, okay? For example, these shoes are less comfortable than these shoes. So we say less, the adjective, and then. We always have to use a prefix less and after the adjective then to compare two things, okay? For example, that soccer player is less famous than this soccer player. This swimming pool is less attractive than that swimming pool. So always this way, less, adjective, than. Comparative of superiority. When we say that two things, we compare two things and one is superior than the other, we are going to work with two kinds of adjectives. First of all, you need to learn that there are short adjectives and long adjectives in English, as I said previously, okay? For the short adjectives, we are going to use the particle er in the adjective. For example, small, smaller, short, shorter, tall, taller. So you always add er to the adjective. For example, my brother is taller than me. So we say taller than, okay? After taller, we use than. Always. Every time you compare in the inferiority or superiority, you use it than after the adjective. When we talk about short adjectives, we must know that there are exceptions. For example, the adjectives good, bad, and far. For these three adjectives, we have different forms to compare. When we say more than good, we don't use more. We say better. So good, better. This car is good, but that car is better. Okay? When we say bad, we say bad, worse. For example, this house is bad, but that apartment is worse than this house. When we use far, for example, we say far, farther. For example, the mall is farther from my house than my job. One more thing about the short adjectives is when you have a short adjective ending in Y plus a consonant, you are going to drop the Y and add I-E-R, okay? For example, pretty. That girl is pretty, but the other girl is prettier than her, okay? Easy. For example, English is easier than French, whatever, okay? It's just an example. So every time you have easy, pretty, lazy, adjectives ending in Y, when you compare in the comparative of superiority, you use I-E-R. Drop the Y and add I-E-R, okay? Long adjectives. For long adjectives, when we compare two things and one is more than the other, we are going to use the word more before the adjectives and then after the adjectives. For example, popular, famous, comfortable, important, intelligent, expensive. Every time you have a long adjective, you use more, the adjective, and then. How do you know that the adjective is long and not short? Short adjectives, guys, has only one syllable. So if the adjective has two or more syllables, it's a long adjective, okay? For example, my father is more intelligent than that man, whatever, okay? Nike is more expensive than Adidas. Popular. Instagram is more popular than Twitter. Whatever. You just have to know that you have to use more adjective than when we talk about long adjectives. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video and understood this grammar topic. It's very easy, you just have to practice, okay? Thank you for watching me and see you in the next video. Bye bye!